Hello, my name is Derek Wojcicki, and I want to thank Howard University's Doctor of Physical Therapy program for giving me the opportunity to apply to the program. Why do I want to become a physical therapist? When I was young, my grandfather got sick and developed Alzheimer's. When he developed Alzheimer's, he couldn't walk around the house anymore, and he couldn't travel with my family, and it was really sad. Ever since then, I always was interested in motor coordination and how the body functions and moves. As I got older, I began to develop a really big interest for sports. I was a nationally ranked tennis player and a varsity track runner as well. And when I was younger as well, I used to read tons of books on science and psychology, motor coordination, and how the body functions. Kids at school used to make fun of me and ask me, "Why do you read so many science books? Why do you study this stuff?" And it just came to the point where I just loved it, and it was just a passion for something that I really had doing. Everyone loves something that they do. Everyone wakes up for a purpose, and this is my purpose. Why do I want to attend Howard University? First, I know that Dr. Ukonaya teaches a lot of very interesting courses and courses that I read books on. I know that he teaches therapeutic exercises and other courses. I also know that Howard University is a very renowned and very reputable university. There's many famous alumni that have graduated from the university in the fields of science, athletics, literature, and many other fields. I also know that many Doctor of Physical Therapy students have graduated from the university and have come to be very successful, which is something that I want to do as well. Physical therapy in graduate school is completely different from undergraduate studies. In undergraduate studies, students are given a basic approach to learning basic knowledge of many different subjects. On the other hand, in physical therapy school, it's going to be much more intense and much more difficult. In terms of it being much more difficult, there's going to be a lot more extensive knowledge and a lot of detailed information that every student's going to need to know. I expect to study hours and hours a day and know the information so I could apply it to my potential patients. I handled a problem over the summer of my internship at the Allendale Community for Mature Living in Allendale, New Jersey. Physical therapists were my mentors, and I really enjoyed watching and observing them treat the patients. There was an elderly patient who had severe dementia, who often got hostile and angry. One day when he got hostile and angry, he stood up from his wheelchair and screamed, "Help, help." Since I studied neuroscience and psychology, I knew what to do in that situation. First, panicking and becoming stressed out doesn't accomplish anything. You need to work as a team, and you need to work with your mentors to assess the situation, communicate together, and then after you communicate and develop a plan, that's when you can apply that plan to treating the patient. I quickly got the nurse after we assessed what we were going to do. She came, she gave him medication for his anxiety and his aggression. It calmed him down, and then I wheeled him back to the appropriate location in the nursing home. An example of how I handle stress is by exercising. Exercising is something that I've always been a big fan of. Ever since I was little, like I said before, I always have big into sports. I go to basketball games, I go to the US Open, I go to a lot of different sports games. And it's a known fact that exercising decreases cortisol and also helps with neurotransmitter balance and coordination of motor skills as well. Not being on time for class or handing in something late is absolutely unacceptable. We could equate that to a certain situation. If an orthopedic surgeon doesn't show up to a patient who needs surgery, how is the patient going to get better? The patient isn't going to get better, it's that simple. Or even if the doctor shows up late, he could rush the surgery and eventually hurt the patient even more. And on top of that, the other people who are waiting for surgery that same day could potentially be rushed and could potentially be worked on in a way that could hurt them as well. So understanding to be on time and to understand that you need to show up for certain things all the time is extremely important. And I understand the consequences of not doing that. I have many attributes that can make me an amazing physical therapist. I'm genuine, I'm caring, I'm knowledgeable, I'm intelligent. I have a big background in health and nutrition. As an athlete myself, I have 9% body fat. Like I said before, I was a nationally ranked tennis player. I know that I have the potential to become a great physical therapist because when I was little, I knew that it was my dream to become one, and every single day I work on myself to become a better person, and I'm always willing to learn anything new. Howard University should choose me because I have a deep, lifelong commitment to the health sciences field. I also know that physical therapy is essential for people who are sick and for people that want to get better. I'm part in an effort at creating a new website, an app which features campus life and campus events across the whole country. Its version 1.0 has had over 10 million views since it's been out in September, and its version 2.0, which is coming out in 1 week, is being created by an MIT graduate. I am very excited about attending Howard University as a Doctor of Physical Therapy student, and if selected, I will be proud to represent Howard University on the website and to help it grow even more than it already has grown.